Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got my plan with me for week 26 of 2025. Today's sticker kit is from Peekaboo Planning. And of course, I will list their Etsy shop if it is still in existence. And I'm going to get started with all of my bigger boxes and everything in my sidebar. Now, I will say that this kit I think was some sort of like oopsies type kit, because on one of the checkbox stickers, the little heart check mark things are off. So no big deal. I'm not super pressed about it. It'll be fine. But also this is a bit of a more interesting kit because there are these rather long and large boxes that are a part of this kit. Sorry about that interruption. But I was saying that there's some longer boxes in this kit that I don't think I've ever seen from another sticker company before, or a sticker shop. I can't say that it's my favorite, just because I feel like it does leave a lot of empty or unused space, which is not necessarily my favorite. But you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. And then I'm going to put this one here. That looks really nice. And then here's these long boxes that I was just mentioning. See, they take up a ton of space, and maybe it's that this particular kit wasn't meant to be used in this specific type of planner, which is totally okay. But for this particular planner, I'm not sure if it works out quite as well as one would want it to. And then I've also got date covers for this one. This is for Thursday. Let me put that down there. And then on Sunday, I do have a box for Sunday. There we go. And then let me do these date covers. And I kind of hodgepodged some items to go with this specific kit, which is what I normally do. Sometimes it's just a little bit more seamless than this one. But this particular kit didn't have a ton of items with it to begin with. It was a smaller kit, which again, that is totally a-okay. A lot of the sticker kits that you're going to like or prefer are going to depend on what you like to utilize, what works with your style of planning. Some people only write down like major events or plans that they have made with, friends and family and things like that. And then some of us write down like all of our to-do list items and all of our everything in our planner. So it varies, and it's going to depend on how or what you need in your planner that day. Okay, let me grab. Okay, so now that I've got my date cover stickers on there, I will go ahead and get started with Monday. Now, today I am using some of these longer boxes, so I did want to just trim them a little bit so they're not sticking over too much. And of course, that is going to be to mark my reading. There we go. We're getting closer and closer to that reading goal. I think I'm on book 29 right now, if I remember right. I'd be lying if I said I kept track of that every moment of every day. but he did read for 1 hour. And then I'm actually going to mark a bigger item for this day. If it'll fit, will it fit? Nope, I'll put it down here. That's totally fine. So this day I did get to take my son to Kidmania. And if you guys don't either have a Kidmania or know what Kidmania is, it's essentially an indoor playground. And here in Texas, during the summertime, Kidmania becomes a staple because it's just too hot to be outside. Okay, perfect. And then this day we did also go to the library. So I'll put that right up here. I have a little stack of books. And I will write library visit. And then I also had the day off. I actually had the entire week off this week. I usually try to take a week off during the summertime just to hang out with the kids, do something fun, especially if we didn't plan like a summer trip that year. And then we also watched the Lego Movie. Here we go. Put the little TV icon. And then I will write the Lego Movie. Lovely. And then for Tuesday, again, I was off this day. So it's the first thing that I will mark up here. Mom off. And then I am also going to notate my reading. And then I've got my little cell phone icon. And I read for 2 hours. And then this day we did also go to the movies, and we watched the live action How to Train Your Dragon. That was really good. And then my son did also have martial arts. And then we also had friends over for dinner. go. And then oh, where's my sticker? Oh, that's the wrong box. Hello. I did also go for a walk this day. Come on. There we go. And then I did also play some video games. Lovely. And then that moves me right on over to Wednesday. Oh, that doesn't. I did not leave myself room. I was spacing out too much. But it's okay. I did also do the bills and budgeting this day. Can't forget that. I mean, you can. It's just not at all recommended. There we go. And then for Wednesday, I'm going to start with my reading. And for reading on this day, here we go. A little cell phone. Read for 1 hour. And then my son had martial arts. Okay, I'm gonna fold this in half like I normally do. Son, martial arts. And then this was the day that we actually went to the museum. I'm just gonna put this museum, actually I'm just gonna put it right in the center because there's not a ton of space there, which is totally okay. And then of course I was also off this day. I'll put this up here with this little flag. No, that's not how I wanted that to stick down. I'm just gonna write Mom off. And then the last thing that I have to notate on this day is of course my YouTube video. And I'll just write YouTube. Perfect. And that's the first half of the week done. And if I didn't state it before, the meal plan was buffalo chicken pasta, spaghetti, Korean noodle bowls, popcorn chicken, chicken tikka masala, a Fallout themed dinner, and teriyaki chicken. Okay, and that brings me over to Thursday. And for Thursday, the first thing that I'm going to mark down is going to be my reading. Just trim this. Then I'm going to put it this way. And then I've got my little cell phone icon. And I did read for 2 hours. And then the next item that I have is we did go swimming. There we go, swimming. And then this was Thursday, so I did a workout. There we go. Come on, little sticker. And I actually worked out with a neighbor. We did some weightlifting. And then, let's see what else was there for this day. Of course, I had some planning time. Oh, that box is a little bit big, but that's okay. Okay, so planning time. Oh, my little planning curly right here. And then I also, me and the kids watched Our Planet on Netflix, which turns out they absolutely love. Okay, Our Planet. And then I also had an appointment this day, but it was over the phone. On the phone. There we go. And that brings me to Friday. Oh, I'll start with my reading, of course. Clean this box real quick. Here we go. Oops, that's a little bit crooked. Can we fix it? We can. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And that is totally okay. There we go. That will work. Then again, I've got my little cell phone icon. And I read for 2 hours. And then, let's see. We did go swimming again this day. Okay, so swimming. And then I also did get a bubble bath in. Here's my little bathtub icon. I'm just gonna write bubble bath. And then the last thing that I'm going to mark down for this day is actually going to be that I was off again. I didn't have enough space to mark it on Thursday, but I kind of feel like we understood the concept. Okay, so I'll just put this little flag here. And then again, I will write Mom off. It's always nice to take a week off. Sometimes I come back from a week off and I'm like, hey, maybe I should have taken a little bit more time to just relax, actually. But, you know, your kids are only young once. Okay, and then for Saturday. I'm gonna go ahead and start with marking my reading. And then I've got my adorable little cell phone icon here. And I read for 2 hours. And then, of course, I am also going to mark my YouTube video. And I will just write YouTube. Okay, let me see if I can reposition this because I can see how crooked it is. Can we? Do you mind? Super awesome sticker. Okay, that looks better than it did. Okay. And then also, let me mark down our Fallout themed dinner. Come on, sticker. And for anyone who doesn't know what Fallout is, it is a TV show on Prime Video, but also it started out as a video game. And my husband loves that video game, so I threw that on our rotation for a themed dinner during his birthday month. There we go. We also watched The Wild Robot with the kiddos. Such a cute movie. I can't even help but love that movie. Oh, actually, let me not do that yet, just in case, just so I know who, or which direction the icon needs to go. That's what happens when you do things out of order, like me. Okay, here we go. We've got, I'll mark my husband's alone time. Husband alone time. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get that to fit. And then also, my kids and I went on a little bike ride. Here we go. Bike ride with kids. And then I did also meal plan this day. This is the only thing that like frustrates me when I'm like on vacation, is that I tend to wait and delay some of the things that like I need to do for whatever reason. I'm just gonna write menu plan. And then also played some video games, because who doesn't play video games when they are off all week long? Probably most people. Alright, Diablo 4 this time. And then I do have a little glitter header bar that I wanted to use. I just felt like it matched the kit really nicely, so I was like, let me throw that in there. Okay, so I can put this over here. And then I will put watched the Wild If you guys haven't watched that movie with your little people, 10 out of 10 recommend. It is such a good movie. Okay, and then that brings me to Sunday. And for Sunday, I'm going to start with marking my reading, of course. And then, oh, sorry, that was loud. On Sunday, I think I only read for like 30 minutes. Oh, where's my icon? I'm over here just gonna write stuff down and move on. All right, here we go. Read for 30 minutes. Sometimes it's hard for me to get to my reading on Sundays, specifically because I'm prepping and getting ready for the week ahead. So it just kind of tends to be a little bit more difficult. Okay, and then we're gonna do kid time with each of us. Had a little fun. Time with each kid. We do try to get that in every month if at all possible, just so that the kids have some time with us. The next item I'm gonna mark is gonna be that we watched Paw Patrol. Okay, and then I'll put the icon right here and watched Paw Patrol. There we go. And then, oh, come on. We also went on another bike ride this day. So I'll mark that right here. Here we go. Just gonna put bike ride because I don't have as much space as I did the other day to write bike ride with the kids. Right there, so that's fine. I did strength training again this day. Come on, there we go. Okay, so then I'll put that down right here and with my little workout weight icon, and I'm just gonna put strength training. I usually do workouts with my neighbors on Thursdays and Sundays now, so I'll start seeing that pop up more and more. And then, of course, grocery delivery on Sunday. So here's my little cute little grocery sack with his smiley face. And then I'll just write grocery delivery. And then next, I do have another little glitter header separator because it's so cute. And then the last item is I did have another appointment over the phone, and I'll put that right here. And then I will write on the phone. Here we go. And then that completes my week 26. I hope you guys enjoyed planning with me. Again, leave me some questions in the comments below. I'm always happy to respond to you guys. I hope you guys have a great week ahead, and thank you for planning with me.